Good afternoon, welcome to Sports Unwrapped, Gleaner Online's weekly sports review. Today we talk to the new national junior record holder, Traves Smikle, shattered the old record on the weekend. We talk to him after the break. Welcome back to Sports Unwrapped. I'm Leighton Levy, as I said before. With me today is Traves Smikle. Last weekend at the Youngster Goldsmith meet at the University of the West Indies campus, Traves Smikle shattered the national junior record. The record was 63.11 meters set by his teammate, former teammate at Calabar High School, Chad Wright. But Traves threw 63.96 meters to shatter the old record by more than 8/10 of a meter. Traves, welcome to Sports Unwrapped. Congratulations on your new national record.
Thank you for having me here.
Tell me, when you went into this meet on the weekend, tell me what were your expectations going in terms of performances?
Coming into this meet, my expectations were to get over 60 meters with the 1.75, which is the class 1 weight, and to do well in the shot put, and so said, so done. I'm really grateful for getting a new PB and a new national junior record, 63.96, and at 17 meters in the shot put. So I'm really happy.
Have you spoken to Chad? I mean, since he broke his record.
Well, not as yet. I haven't gotten the chance to speak to Chad, but I know that he's proud of me. Carrying on the tradition of the throws for Calabar and for Jamaica. So I think he's happy.
It is early season, Chad. I mean, 63.96 is well past your former PR, 61.91. This is a big step up early in the season. What have you been doing? What were you doing in the off season to prepare for such a big performance so early in the season?
Well, after World Juniors, I was doing some reflecting on my performance and my disappointing season. And after my rest period and during the Christmas camp, I did some technical work, and I worked hard in the gym because the aim was to get stronger, because as my coach always says, without strength you can't do business in the throws. So during the off season I was basically lifting and getting stronger and doing technical work, and so the performance on Saturday showed just that.
Give me an idea of how much stronger you are this season.
Well, in terms of the Olympic lifts, I've gotten much stronger, much stronger. Like when I was the Olympic lift snatch, when I was snatching around 135, I'm up to 205 in the bench press, 305, 335. So the weights are improving, so I'm happy about that.
This is a big season for this is a World Championship season. Your coach says that he would like for you to make the national team to the World Championships in South Korea this year. Tell me about your targets in terms of getting to that, making that goal.
All right. In order to achieve those goals, I need to be over a certain mark with each implement, the 1.75 and the 2K. Now with the 1.75, if I can get over 68 meters on a regular basis, that would be equivalent to about a 61 or 62 with the 2K. And so if that is my goal for the season, to get over certain distances so I can garner my success at the senior trials.
When you look at this season, though, I mean, of course, your coach doesn't prepare you for champs, as he's prone to saying. By the time champs rolls around by the end of March or first week of April, what are you thinking you would like to be at at that time of the year?
Well, seeing that this is my last year for the boys and girls champs, I'd like to give, first of all, I'd like to give my school, Calabar High, the points needed for us to win champs, and seeing that also that it is my last year, I'd like to see myself around 67, 68, leaving a good mark for other young throwers to come up and be inspired.
So technically, if you make the World Championship team, tell me a little bit about what the experience will mean for you getting into South Korea and being able to compete with some of the best in the world.
Well, it would mean the world to me, because my inspirations would be there. Guys that I see on the professional level from year to year competing at the highest level. It'd be such an honor to compete with them, and I mean, I wouldn't want to just go to World Championship and just say, you know, I have the experience. I'd like to go there and be competitive, you know, and even make it to the top 8. It's not impossible. I just need to have the mindset to do it, and so that's my aim.
Of course, it's been done before. Give me some other examples of some of the people who have done this before that you know that you can use as a benchmark.
Well, in World Championships 09, there I can recall 2 juniors, persons who came out of the World Junior Championships, David Stoll from Germany and Danny Samuels from Australia. Now, Danny Samuels, coming out of the World Junior Championships, went into World Championships and won with a throw of 65 mash. And you know, I'm really inspired by her performance, because she, at that age, was about 20, and you know, I'm saying if she can do it, I can do it. And you know, for another example, David Stoll from Germany, he has a shot putter coming out of World Juniors, did the same also. So you know, juniors, the juniors are improving, and you know, I would like to be one of those juniors to, you know, improve as well.
As we keep mentioning, is a big step forward for you this season. Looking a little bit further ahead than this year, where would you give me a sense of what you want to accomplish as a thrower? You know, by the time say you get to you're 19, going to be 19 this year. By the time you say 2012 rolls around the next year, where would you like to be in terms of your throws?
Well, firstly, I'd like to, you know, be around 64, 65. I mean, it's not impossible, you know. It just takes hard work and dedication and focus, you know, and perseverance. So around 2012, I'd like to, you know, be on that medal stand for Olympics in London.
The Character Games are going to be held in Jamaica this year. Last year they were in the Cayman Islands, where Chad set the record of 63.11. You seem to be on track to break his record there as well. Is your friendship going to be in jeopardy if you end up breaking the character record?
No, I don't think so. I think Chad and I were two mature individuals that, you know, we don't take the competition to a level that we resent the other. Rivals within the competition, but friends for life.
But looking at Calabar, though, the Calabar, I mean, obviously been doing a lot of good work in terms of producing some big throwers. What kind of inspiration do you think you are for fellow throwers at Calabar?
Well, to be honest, they really look up to me for guidance, and you know, like if they're having problems with their technique and stuff, they normally come to me, and you know, throwers coming up, young throwers, look at me and they're inspired. They come to me from day to day and say, Travis, you really inspired me, and I'm glad to be a friend and all of that. So it's really a good feeling, and it's so good to you know, the work that I'm doing. It's positive, and it brings a lot of feedback to other people. You've
been a big inspiration, but your coach has been a big inspiration for you. Talk a little bit about the inspiration that Julian Robinson is for you.
Wow, sir has been a really big inspiration. In that, when I just started to throw, you know, I didn't have much technique and all of that. I can remember in class 2 when I was trying to qualify for champs. It took about the 4th track meet, the state track meet, for me to qualify, and the track meets before that I wasn't performing, and I got so frustrated. But my coach was there to encourage me. World Youth, seeing that this is not a traditional event, we had problems with me being selected on that team. And you know, my coach encouraged me to just continue working. And you know, to be honest, he is a part of the reason as to why I did so well at World Youth. So my coach has been a very, very, very big inspiration for me.
Well, that's you hear it from Traves Smikle. Thank you very much for joining us today, and of course, all the best for the rest of the season.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, we have our Sports Factor of the Week, and of course, we wrap up this week's show. Well, that's it for this week, folks. You heard it from Traves Smikle, the new national junior record holder. Of course, you can see this interview by clicking on the JamaicaGleaner.com and going onto the Sports Unwrapped website. Of course, you can get my blogs at gleanerblogs.com, and of course, send us your emails at sportsunwrapped@gleanerjm.com. Send us your feedback on this show. Of course, we couldn't let you go without giving you the Sports Fact of the Week. You just saw Traves Smikle, the new national junior record holder in the discus, throwing 63.96 meters. But did you know that Traves Smikle was the first Jamaican to actually earn a medal at the Global International Championships when he threw 61.22 meters to win the bronze medal at the World Youth Championships in July 2009. So that's your sports fact of the week. Until next week, this is Leighton Levy saying goodbye and be a good sport.